Alright guys, so I went ahead and I spent the money on this game, so either A, you don't have to, or B, you watch this video and decide to go ahead and move forward. Either way though, it's your money and it's your time. So with that being said though, this is Mike here with Chit Chat Gaming, and today we're going to be taking a look at my feelings anyways on the online aspect of the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection here on Nintendo Switch. Now we're going to talk about the online mainly because let's face it, that's what everybody's playing. Everybody wants to play the multiplayer. The single player is there. It is what it is. There is some issues with that. We'll get into it. But first things first, this game is $35. $35 for two titles that came out in 2004 and 2005. Okay, but what makes it worse is that this game is 33.7 gigabytes. Yes, this is like a remastered version. It does look a lot better than the original ones and such as well too, and plus you have all the DLC. I get that, but 33.7 gigabytes is almost up there with like NBA 2K and such, and some of the more bigger releases. So keep that in mind when you're purchasing this game as well too. So let's just talk quickly about my experiences here. I mainly played the online. Like I mentioned, I played a little bit of the single player. It's there. It's not the reason why I bought this game and why I bought it for the multiplayer, because that's what I remember playing back in the day the most. Now, I'll be honest, I'll be fair, I played these games mainly more in the 2015, 2017 eras of the game, so I didn't really play a ton of these original versions, but I definitely remember playing it. So it's gonna be a nostalgia trip for a lot of people. If you're not into like these older style shooters, if you're coming from like more Call of Duty or more like, even like I said, the more 2015, 2017 versions of Battlefront, then this may not be for you because you don't have the ADSing. Yes, you can zoom in and such, but you don't have the modern ADSing. You don't have like the modern game style and the play style as what you have now, anyways, with the more modern shooters. And I could be wrong, but I didn't find a sprint in the original Battlefront. I don't know. For me personally, the online play on Battlefront 2 was a lot better, or a lot more fun. But with that being said, though, really quick here, yes, the single player is there. I did dip into it a little bit here on Star Wars Battlefront, the original one, and I saw the issues a lot of people were having. Now, first things first, this game is getting review bombed like crazy on Steam mainly. It's also not getting very good reviews on both Xbox and PlayStation. Here on the Nintendo Switch, I didn't really see a ton of issues. Now with the single player, I did find some issues with the cutscenes. There was sometimes where there was no volume at all. It was completely muted on the cutscenes. There was lots of like clipping going on. There was lots of just hiccups here and there with the cutscenes, which really shouldn't be happening on an old game like this here, especially when they run better on the older platforms. But with that being said, though, everything else is there. The single player plays is fine. It's just not my type and not what I like to do when I'm playing Star Wars Battlefront. So for me, let's get into the online here. I went ahead and I booted this up. I mainly played, like I mentioned, played Star Wars Battlefront 2. I did like the maps, some of the maps in Battlefront 1, but for me, Battlefront 2 is kind of where it was at. It's more my game style. The game just feels faster. You have a sprint, and ADSing was just, like I said, there's not much ADSing, but as far as zooming and such, it's there, but it is what it is. There's no aim assist as well, so that's fine though. Who needs it, right? These are back in the games, right? They're back in the day, the God style games, so who needs those? But that being said though, let's go ahead and just address the main issue here. So I was able to get into games pretty quickly. There was some times where I was trying to get into a game and it would say I couldn't find one. I had to be a host of my own. I just basically go back, try it again, and I was able to get into a game pretty quick. Now, with that being said, though, there was times like, and this happens in the 2015, 2017 version of the game too. I would jump into a game, and I'd literally get into the game, spawn in, maybe run around for a second, and it'd say victory or defeated. The game was over with. So that's a lot of issues a lot of people are having, but again, I had those issues with 2015, 2017 version of the game. But for the most part, though, I was able to get into a game. Sometimes the game was already in progress. It was almost halfway over with. It was 3/4 of the way finished and such as well, too. Sometimes I got into a game that was completely fresh. Didn't happen very often. It was mainly in progress. But either way, though, I was able to have some fun. Now, this course is going to include the 64-player multiplayer. You have things like Conquest is mainly what I play. I do play some Capture the Flag as well, too. You have Hunt. You have Assault, which is the space. I'm not really big into that, so I'm not going to show any footage. I really didn't play much of that. The dogfighting and such, just not my thing. Hero Assault is there as well, too. Now, this is, like I said, this is going to be the complete edition. Has all the DLC, has all the extra maps, has all the heroes and such as well, too. So you're getting all that for the price. But either way, though, I'll be honest. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing this game. Like I said, about 4.5, 5 hours. I had quite a bit of fun playing this game here, mainly Battlefront 2, but yes, the hit detection was off a little bit here. I did have some lag and such as well too. I did have some clippiness going on. There was a few bugs, of course. There's one area where one part of the game where I basically like teleported backwards on it. It was really weird. But either way, though, there was some issues here and there. But for the most part, it was pretty solid. I didn't have very many issues. There's not a whole lot of people that was playing on the servers on Battlefront 1 compared to Battlefront 2, so keep that in mind as well. If you want more of an experience, I'm going to say that mainly people are playing Battlefront 2. Though with that being said, though, you know, I don't know what else to say. I've actually enjoyed myself for the most part. Like I said, it does have its issues. I would definitely hold off and wait for a sale. $35 seems to be quite a bit for these games, especially at the current state that they're in. Of course, they had a really rocky and rough launch. I'm sure it's going to be patched, but it's going to be too late. Are people going to stop playing this game? I don't know. Either way, though, I love shooters. First person, third person. You can do either or in these games. You can swap back and forth on that. First person, third person on the first game. I couldn't find a way to do it on the second game without going to the actual menu and doing so. But either way, though, I've had a pretty good time playing the game. What I say, pick it up. I definitely wait, like I said, for a sale. I believe this game should have been $19.99 from the start, or even like $24.99. But either way, $19.99 I think was probably the sweet spot. I think $30 or $35 is quite a bit for this game. I know it was on sale before the game released, but either way, I think it's still a little bit too much for this particular title, especially at the state that's currently in. So I'd definitely hold off on a sale, guys. Maybe $14.99, $19.99, definitely pick it up then. But if you're a Star Wars fan, you love these games, you want that nostalgia, and you want to play them, unfortunately, you know, there is some issues here, mainly on the other platforms. But here on the Nintendo Switch, guys, there's really not a whole lot. It's actually not too bad whatsoever. So definitely keep that in mind when you're playing this, or if you decide to pick it up. Let me know if you have any questions down below. Like I said, just really quickly, I got on there, played for a while, and again, I had a lot of fun. I'm definitely going to be diving back into it here today. So again, make sure you guys sound off in the comments. Make sure you guys like this video if you choose to. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and turn on that bell notification to keep up to date with all things that is Chit Chat Gaming. And as always, guys, happy gaming.